Hope you saw the title, big dog. First fight on the card is Gabriel Benitez versus Maheshate, and I'm definitely going with Maheshate here. This is a little tricky because Gabriel Benitez is one of those scrappy fighters. He can make this very difficult for Maheshate, and he could possibly win this fight by decision if he makes Maheshate wrestle early and put it on him in the beginning of the fight. He has to make Maheshate tired very early because Gabriel Benitez has a weakness against strikers, especially them that are accurate. Every single time he's faced a pretty accurate striker or a powerful striker, he's lost. And that is despite having the ability to wear on all of the guys that he has lost to and making them tired early and possibly winning it by decision, whether it's boring or not. So although Gabriel Benitez has the skills to win this fight, I'm going to go with Maheshate first round KO. Next, we have James Lontop versus Chris Padilla, and both of these guys are making their UFC debut, so this is a tricky one. But with the nickname Goku, I already have super high expectations for you. You better not lose your UFC debut. I'm going for James Lontop. Dang it, did I pronounce his name right? Next up, we got the big boys, Dontel Mays versus Caio Machado, and I'm definitely going to go with Machado here, probably by a second round KO, because Dontel Mays does have that toughness on his side. You know, he's been here, he's done this already, and he's already going up against names like Cyril Gahn, Augusto Sakai, and Andrei Arlovsky. With that being said, I do not see many ways besides a one-off KO that he beats Caio Machado. Caio is so good on the feet. Caio in his Dana White Contender Series fight landed like 120-something strikes, and only 17 was landed on him. And even in his UFC debut that he lost, it was because the guy took him down and held him down, which means that Caio's clear bad place is his grappling. So you gotta be able to mix in the takedowns on this guy if you have a hope of winning. Caio landed 76 strikes on Mick Parkin, and Mick only landed 39 strikes, which means the rest of the time for that fight was spent on the mat, where he has his disadvantage at. I don't see Dontel Mays taking this guy down. I got Caio Machado, second round KO. Next up at lightweight, we have Austin Hubbard versus Mikhail Figlak, and I understand why the betting odds are so close on this one. This could go very similarly to the way Austin Hubbard's fight went against Kurt Hollabaugh, or however you say his name, but it can end up being a super scrappy first round where it's a bunch of back and forth, takedowns are mixed in, and it seems like a pretty good fight going on. And then in the second round, Mikhail manages to crack and hurt Austin Hubbard, and then Hubbard goes for the takedown and finds himself in a bunch of submission attempts and gets caught in a triangle. So I think for this one, I'm going to go with Mikhail Figlak, and I'm going to go with second round submission. Next up at bantamweight, we probably would have what I call a sacrifice, because Victor Henry is about to go in there and beat the brakes off of Ronnie Yaya. I quite honestly don't see a way this fight makes it past the first round. I got Victor Henry by first round KO. Next up at welterweight, we have Tim Means versus Uros Medic, and I think that Tim Means is about to get beat simply because Uros Medic is coming from the lightweight division. And I'm telling y'all, whenever a fighter moves up in there any kind of good, especially at lightweight where it's super competitive no matter where you are in the division, I feel like Uros Medic is taking a step down in competition here. I mean, Uros Medic's last fight was against Mitibek Orobali, or however you say his name, and you can't tell me that that fight is not a lot harder than a Tim Means fight. I mean, going up to welterweight with lightweight skills should already tell you everything you need to know. I feel like Uros Medic is about to win this fight pretty easily. I have him by first round KO is what I'm gonna have him by. Here is yet another sacrifice at the heavyweight division this time around though. Austin Lane versus Jahanta Deniz. Oh my goodness, y'all. Jahanta is a former Glory kickboxing fighter, and I'm telling you, you guys already know about these Glory kickboxing people. You know how skillful they are, but imagine one in the heavyweight division, one that fought with Rico Verhoeven. I'm pretty sure Rico Verhoeven right now over in Glory kickboxing in the heavyweight division is on like a 20 fight win streak or 21 fight win streak, something insane. In my opinion, it's not really talked about enough how skillful these Glory kickboxers are. If you want a good base for MMA in the striking aspect, please go to Glory. But yeah, I got Jahanta Deniz, and I definitely have him by first round KO. He's getting Austin Lane up out of there quickly. He's about to make a statement. He's going to be a good addition to this heavyweight division as long as he looks promising on fight night. Next up at featherweight, well, technically this fight happens before the one I just talked about, but whatever. Jonathan Pierce versus David Onama is about to be a banger though. One thing I will say about this fight is that first round is going to be hectic, but as long as Pierce can take David Onama down and hold him there, wear on him and gas him out, he can definitely win this fight. The thing you notice when looking at David Onama's resume is that the fight he struggles in the most are the ones where the person he's going against can mix it up. They're good on the feet and on the ground, and Jonathan Pierce is definitely both of those things. Being able to go toe-to-toe with Christian Rodriguez, who now we know is actually very good, this is a problem for David Onama. But despite all of that, David Onama does not quit on himself. He will fight until the very end, until the bitter end, and my goodness, that will make this fight absolutely amazing. This is probably going to be fight of the night. At the end, though, I got Jonathan Pierce by a very close decision. Next up at light heavyweight, you have Ryan Spann versus Bogdan Guskov. I just know I pronounced that one wrong. I'm officially going to go with the Bogdan problem here, simply because I think Ryan Spann is such a fraud. There's no way he should be here. Losing to Anthony Smith is one thing. Losing to him twice is insane work. Your best, most recent win being over Dominic Reyes or Ion Cutelaba. Y'all can decide for that one yourself. The Bogdan problem has only lost one fight so far, and that fight being against Volkan Oezdemir, and that's a massive experience gap between the two. Volkan has been in there with DC, Magomed Ankalaev, Nikita Krylov, a prime Dominic Reyes, Yuri Prohaska, just to name a few. He's also lost to Anthony Smith by rear naked choke. Crazy work. I got the Bogdan problem winning by second round KO. And last but not least, at flyweight, we have Matthias Nicolau versus Alex Perez, and I'm definitely going with Nicolau here, probably by a third round late finish. Could most definitely be sooner though, but Alex Perez is clearly way past it. I mean, he's lost fight after fight. Now, granted, his last 3 losses have been against absolute beasts and Figgy, Muhammad Makayev, and the current champion, Pantoja. Despite that, though, I think Matthias Nicolau is definitely here to stay. He's probably going to beat Alex Perez. I have a third round finish, but I think it could be earlier than that. Anyway, guys, those are my predictions. If you enjoy, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you are on TikTok watching this, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe there. It's a new channel because my old one got taken down. I'm a little upset about it, but we get over things and we got to work past it anyway. So just get me back to 1,000 and I'll be just fine. I'll be very happy. I mean, I'm happy now. I'm already at 200. So, all right, I'm going on too long. See y'all.